Coming up.
I mean, I don't have a clue about dragons.
Something horrible.
Something awful.
This turned into quite the dramatic episode.
Hopeless and useless.
That's you.
Dumb, dumb, dumb.
Drops the cheeky F-bomb.
Did you put it in massive inverted commas? Because it sounded like you did.
Yes, I did.
Mummy!
Something appealing, something appalling.
A nag, a hag, and a manticore.
How do you say that?
Wizard! You must not pass!
She's literally off with their heads.
It did cross my mind.
It went so many places, didn't it?
Maybe a few too many places.
Well, I think that's absolutely fine.
And now, enjoy the podcast.
How do you say that?
How do you say that?
How do you say that?
How do you say that? Hello and welcome to How Do You Say That, sponsored by BritishVoiceover.co.uk. Here's my co-host, Samantha Boffin.
Hello. And this is my co-host, Mark Rice.
Hello. And if you're new to the podcast, this is what it's all about. Every week we set out to prove there isn't just one way to read a script. Oh no, there are lots of different ways.
And we do that by inviting a special guest onto the show. We bring a script and they bring a script and we all get to give them both a good read.
But before that, let's play True or False. So Sam, as an audience member, I went to the recordings of the Generation game presented by both Larry Grayson and Jim Davidson, but I'm totally gutted that I wasn't old enough when Brucey was presenting it, unfortunately.
Yeah, you understood yourself very well from a young age.
Yes.
So, true or false? I think it... Do you know? I think it's false.
Oh. Why?
Well, only because you had to be, or at least certainly when my dad worked in studios, you had to be 14 to be an audience member.
I mean, I think you'll find I probably was when Larry Grayson was doing it just about.
Were you?
It is
Okay.
false. It is false. I didn't go and see any of the recordings, but I would have loved to.
Oh, yeah,
would have
no,
loved
I'm
to.
sure it was amazing, yeah. So, Mark, well, I've got a childhood one really as well.
Okay.
Mark, when I was a child, a little girl, I was a model for one of Queen Victoria's daughters at Madame Tussauds. Is that true or false?
Oh, I really want it to be true. I'm going to claim true. I'm going to go true. That would be amazing.
Actually, it wasn't. But my best friend was a model for one of the princes in the tower.
Wow.
And I was
amazing.
really jealous. I was so jealous. In fact, he
bet.
said it was really dull.
So 2 falsies this week.
2 falsies.
There we go. Well, let's welcome our special guest, actor and voice actor Holly Gillanders. Hello, Holly. How are you?
Hello. Fine, thank
It's
you,
lovely to
guys.
have you along.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
An absolute
Oh,
pleasure. Let's find out a bit
pleasure.
more about Holly, shall we, Sam?
Yes, absolutely. So Holly grew up in Newark-on-Trent in Nottinghamshire. She has a degree in English Lit and a background in producing participation projects in the arts. That's sort of schools, young people and families, with a goal to making ballet, opera, classical music and theatre accessible to all. She also works in events management and started off in artist liaison at pop concerts. She is a professional actor and fell in love with the world of voiceover when introduced by a very good friend, me. Who identified I identified you had good mic technique, yes, but also a gorgeous voice. A fabulous voice.
Holly has performed in many audio dramas since then, from serious drama to comedy, and characters ranging from Lady Macduff, a domestic abuse survivor, a 7-year-old boy, a detective, a nag, a hag, and a manticore, whatever one of those is. In 2024, Holly was shortlisted for Best Audio Drama Performance Female at One Voice for her role as Bryony in Evcol Entertainment's One for Sorrow. She lives in London with her husband, a 3-year-old son, Callum, and a giant cat, Heathcliff. So, what's your fun fact, Holly?
My fun fact, I think I once posted one of the Chuckle Brothers' false teeth to them.
No! But
Wow.
you only think you
I
You only
say
think
I
you
only
did.
think. When I was doing it, I was 100% believed that this is what was happening. So I was
Yeah.
about 21, maybe 20, very,
thought you were gonna say I
very
was
young,
7.
naive and gullible. And I was working in the reception of a motorhome showroom. And they sold motorhomes and they also hired them out. And so I was given this parcel to go and frank and weigh and post. And I asked what it was. And they said, it's false teeth belonging to one of the Chuckle. I was like, okay, of course.
Of course.
Franked away, off it went. I thought, wow, because I used to watch Chuckle Brothers as a kid. Loved it.
Yeah.
I was quite excited. And in my head, I was thinking it was actual teeth too. They'd left their teeth behind. But then later on, it was probably, false teeth, like comedy false teeth. And then a little bit later on, actually, quite recently. I thought, probably wasn't even true, was it? They were probably just pulling my leg. But
Did they say to me, to you? Well, with that story, we'll be gnashing our teeth as we ask, how do you say that?
How do you say that?
This is a fun little script that I brought along this
Isn't
week.
it?
I love
Yes.
it. Yes.
I thought it might be almost a comedy script for a
No.
while, and then I wondered if it was maybe a theological script, or then I wondered if it was a documentary. So, as you can tell, Holly, I have no idea what it is.
so I thought it was like a documentary, maybe like a tour. If you were going on a tour
Oh,
around
yeah, good point.
around the town, like an audio described tour.
Yeah, that is a good point.
It is. It's a pre-recorded one, though. It's not actually one that people listen to through headphones per se. It exists, as a video that you can
Okay.
access.
You watch it beforehand.
Yeah, in one of the museums. Yeah.
Any particular character?
No, I asked the same question when I did this. I said, did you want any kind of particular character? But because the whole audio tour, the whole of the video spans lots and lots of different things, they just wanted quite a neutral voice.
I only asked that because I wondered if it was a haunted house type style.
No, had it been a ghost tour or something like that, I would have probably been a particular character. But as it happens, this wasn't. This was just a little piece.
All right. Well, I'm going to give it a go. I suspect that I will be a million miles away from what you did, but let's have a look. And is it Holyrood Street?
Holyrood, yep.
Yes. All right, then. This is Gods Providence House, tucked just off Holyrood Street. It's a curious name, which came about following the arrival of the Black Plague on the Isle of Wight in 1582. It was the only building in which no one fell ill or died. Locals believed the inhabitants had been spared due to God's providence. Rebuilt following a fire in 1699, it's whispered to be one of the most spiritually active buildings in town. Staff have reported hearing footsteps pacing above when no one's there, and one former tenant claimed to see a woman in grey sitting in the corner of a locked room. They say she was knitting.
Ooh. What did you think, Ollie?
I think it was gorgeous. Yeah.
Gorgeous. I'll take that.
I was drawn into the story. I do love that bit at the end. They say she was knitting.
Yeah, of all the things she could have been doing.
Yes, exactly. She's quite a benign lady in grey.
Yes, indeed.
Knitting.
Yes.
But,
So I think, that was very, what's the word I'm looking for? Informative, but lots of colour there too.
I wondered how informative versus storytelling it should be, and I think I did land more on the informative side, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
You did, and there are lots of moments in this throughout the whole script where you can do more sort of storytelling-y kind of approaches. Mm-hmm. So I probably did vary it, vary the approach quite a lot. What I did like was that not that I didn't like the other bits, but what I was impressed at is that you were right. It's in the middle of a script. And so this wasn't the first introduction of the Isle of Wight.
No, that's what I thought,
Yeah, and so that was a really nice little, as if we've talked about the Isle of Wight loads of times before. And
here's
this
another
is just
building.
another one about the Isle of Wight.
That's kind of what I thought. So good. I'm glad
I thought that was really nice.
I got that right.
But yeah, it's a lovely little story.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's really cute.
It's very atmospheric.
Yeah.
I want to see how atmospheric you're going to make it, Holly.
Go on, Holly.
This is God's Providence House, tucked just off Holyrood Street. It's a curious name, which came about following the arrival of the Black Plague on the Isle of Wight in 1582. It was the only building in which no one fell ill or died. Locals believed the inhabitants had been spared due to God's providence. Rebuilt following a fire in 1699, it's whispered to be one of the most spiritually active buildings in town. Staff have reported hearing footsteps pacing above when no one's there. And one former tenant claimed to see a woman in grey sitting in the corner of a locked room. They say she was knitting.
The speed was beautiful. I think you varied the pace of that really, really nicely. I really enjoyed it. It's whispered to be one of the most spiritually active buildings. Less factually style than I did, more storytelling there very much.
definitely.
Yeah.
And there was almost a hushed tone as you came to it, which I
Yeah.
really liked, actually. I love that, that sort of, we're going to draw you into this crazy house.
And it
I
really
know.
did.
Yeah, it did.
Thank you.
It did.
I think it asked for it, doesn't it, with the whispered
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
the atmosphere. But yeah, not
It's
very
obviously
factual.
a nicely written bit of copy as well, which is good.
Yes, it was. It was quite a longish piece, actually, because, and I did a few. This was about Newport, which is the main town in the Isle of Wight, but there were lots of others all around. It's quite a haunted island, actually. I came across a lot of ghost stories within doing
Nice.
this piece. But anyway, it was a fun piece, but long.
Well, Holly, let's find out the way that Sam did it for this client then, shall we?
You'll see it.
This is God's Providence House, tucked just off Holyrood Street. It's a curious name, which came about following the arrival of the Black Plague on the Isle of Wight in 1582. It was the only building in which no one fell ill or died. Locals believe the inhabitants had been spared due to God's Providence. Rebuilt following a fire in 1699, it's whispered to be one of the most spiritually active buildings in town. Staff have reported hearing footsteps pacing above when no one's there, and one former tenant claimed to see a woman in grey sitting in the corner of a locked room. They say she was knitting.
I love that.
Love it.
You really drew me in. The one thing I wondered about, did you, and I think you probably will have done, do when it had been spared due to God's providence, did you put it in massive inverted commas? Because
Yes.
it sounded like you did.
Yes, I did.
Good. Yes. Because I kind of did that, and I don't think you did, Holly, did
I
you?
didn't,
You were
no.
much straighter on that line.
Yeah, I like that
Interesting.
pause.
It was just to underline the connection, because I'd said it a sentence or two before, so
Sure.
it was just to underline it. I think I probably over-egged it, to be perfectly honest, but hey, hey ho.
It was jollier than I was expecting it to be. It sounded like you had a big
Really?
smile going, which is good
Yeah,
because
yes.
actually when you look at a tour like that,
Yeah.
there's no reason, especially if it's almost on a ghost story or there is a ghost plane to it. That's good.
I definitely heard that smile in your voice too, and it just gave it this fun tone. Like you say, it's not boring, repeating facts and things like that. That was
It was also
fun.
a family audience.
Right.
So you kind of don't want to go, if it had been an adult audience, you could have, you knew that it was only ever going to be listened to by adults.
Yeah.
It would have been, you can really kind of up the terror, if you like, if you want to.
Yeah, and also more nudge, nudge, wink, wink across
Yeah.
the rest of it. Yes, yeah.
But this
yeah.
could be listened to by 7-year-olds, so you want to be fairly circumspect, I think is the word. Anyway, you know what I mean.
Fairly PG.
Very PG.
Indeed, absolutely. Oh, I love that. That's nice. It is worthwhile remembering these are real scripts we're working on, but we have changed names and some details to avoid copyright issues. Remember, you can find both the scripts that we're using today in the show notes of this episode.
Yes. Now, Holly, this is a lovely script. So
is.
what is it all about? Tell us a little bit.
So this is from a series called The Sword That Explodes, which we recorded during the COVID era from each other's houses via Clean Feed. So it's a comedy. How can I describe it? It's a fantasy, irreverent comedy for grown-ups, and it's about these three main characters who are adventurers but don't want to be adventurers, who do not seek adventures, that are in adventures every single episode. And there's loads of mythical creatures that they come across. I've played numerous characters in the series. I've played a torturer, a disembodied voice.
Wow, okay.
Who else have I played? A hag, a judge.
Is it audio or is there
audio,
picture as well?
Yeah, it's audio. It's all audio.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so this was simply one of the characters you played?
Yes.
Yes, okay. And is it all the same speech?
Good. I'm glad you asked that question because it feels to me like these are different lines.
It could be the same speech, though, with a lot of action in it. Is it the same speech, Holly?
This speech is basically the prologue to the episode. So it's the first time, because this character is the kind of main new character the audience haven't met before in the series.
Right.
So it's kind of establishing this person in the universe. And there are lines there should be lines with other characters as well. So basically, there's been
I see.
Sure.
Yeah, so there's been a conversation before that with a very gallant knight.
Right.
And then there's some responses, but I just pieced it all together.
Sure. No,
Lovely.
it works. It
Yeah.
works.
No,
yes.
it does. So it's all chronologically how it went. It's just that in between times there were other people saying things.
Interjecting, yeah.
Cool.
Sure.
Okay.
Interesting. Ooh, Sam.
Well, interestingly, I'm going to do something. Yeah. Okay. I'll do. I'll do something. Okay. You wish to know where the most huge and fearsome dragon in all the land resides? Yeah, well, most fascinating question, mortal. The huge and fearsome dragon you speak of resides in the Cathedral of Diamonds. And now, my most faithful guards, throw him into the well of death. Oh, good. Yes, well, it's done. Now I will continue to sit and to wait in the hopes that the day will come when somebody will ask me a question I actually know the answer to. What do you mean? We all pray for that day, my lady. Look, half the people who come here ask me about dragons. I mean, what's so great about fucking dragons? I mean, I don't have a clue about dragons. I've never even seen one. Have you?
I love the attitude. You created a real monster in there anyway.
So much attitude. And I loved how you picked up already and how bored she is with all of this. She's so bored. She's so famous throughout the land of being this knowledgeable seer that people come and seek her for her knowledge. But she makes it all up. And so that's why everybody has to pay the price of giving their life to her, because that means they can't fact check that she's just talking a load of rubbish.
And I'm guessing, Sam, you deliberately didn't go down old hag route, which I might go down.
Oh, well, I just want you to do the old hag. You know what I'm like. Well, because you could,
That must have been a choice, though.
Well, I actually didn't, funnily enough, didn't think of old hag, but I did think, you could do Gandalf-y, wizardy, kind of big. And actually, when you said that this was a new major character, I thought I really made the wrong decision. But, that's what's fascinating about this. When you only know a little bit of the backstory,
Yes.
it's open to make all sorts of, choices in it.
Mm-hmm.
But once you know a bit more of the backstory, maybe I would have changed it, definitely, if I'd known, for instance, that it was definitely bored, always bored, and I'd have probably egged that up.
Yeah, interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
And yet you got to the Cathedral of Diamonds and it's like, this is my place.
Yes.
Cathedral of I thought that was nice. That worked well.
Yes.
Any other pointers, Holly, you want to give out before I have a go? You don't have to.
I gave you a bit of the backstory. No.
Okay, fine.
That's what I like to hear.
Well, with no other pointers, let me have a go and see where we come from. So I'm thinking maybe old hag. Now you've put Gandalf in my hand. Well, let's see what comes out, shall we?
Mark's Gandalf.
You wish to know where the most huge and fearsome dragon in all the land resides? A most fascinating question, mortal. The huge and fearsome dragon you speak of resides in the Cathedral of Diamonds. And now, my faithful guards, throw him to the well of death. Good, it's done. And now I'll sit and continue to wait in the hope that the day will come when somebody will ask me a question I actually know the answer to. What do you mean we all pray for that day, my lady? Half the people who come here ask me about dragons. I mean, what's so great about fucking dragons? I mean, I don't have a clue about dragons. Never even seen one. Have you?
Oh, that was more understated than I was expecting. What did you think, Holly?
I loved it. And it's so fascinating, isn't it? Like, I know this character so well, and I hadn't even thought about, like, the wizard witch... this could be a wizard or a witch that somebody had encountered, and it makes so much sense now that you've said it. I'm like, oh yeah,
It could have been.
it works really well.
And yet when I read dragon, I kind of went there straight away.
And I loved the frustration about You get annoyed about dragons.
Yes, through your teeth, through gritted teeth, all of that sort of thing. But it was more understated than I was expecting, Mark. I thought maybe you'd go...
You thought I was going to go huge?
I did. I thought you were going to go...
There's always room in the wild card.
Wizard! You must not pass! No, you didn't do that. You didn't do that.
It did cross my mind. It did cross my mind. But,
Okay.
Well, I mean, I suspect we haven't got anywhere near what Holly did in either of our reads, Sam.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, this is where you get to show us what you actually
did.
Okay. You wish to know where the most huge and fearsome dragon in all the land resides? Ah, a most fascinating question, mortal. The huge and fearsome dragon you speak of resides in the Cathedral of Diamonds. And now, my faithful gods, throw him into the well of death. Good. It is done. And now I will continue to sit and to wait in the hope that the day will come when somebody will ask me a question I actually know the answer to. What do you mean we all pray for that day, my lady? Half the people who come here ask me about dragons. What's so great about fucking dragons? I mean, I don't have a clue about dragons. Never even seen one. Have you?
Very different.
Yes.
I liked how posh you took her.
She's very
Because
reasonable.
she really was very well spoken and you wouldn't want to mess with her.
No, she's literally off with their heads.
Yes,
Yes.
it's off in her head.
Yes, she
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
a bit
she's
Queen
got
of
that
Hearts,
vibe.
wasn't she? Yes. I loved that middle bit particularly. Well, I'll continue to sit and to wait.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, loved that.
I think it's interesting, Sam, that neither you or I brought out I will continue to sit
No, I
and
know.
to wait.
Absolutely.
Neither of us brought that out, and that was really lovely what Holly did there.
Yeah, I agree. Very nice.
Thank you.
Lovely script. I really liked
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's really fun series. It's very fun.
Play, how do you say that? Well, of course, that's not the end of this script, perhaps.
No,
because
that's
we have the
true.
wild card bit of the show now. Time to approach these scripts in a very different way.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Hey.
Holly, can you pick one of the scripts and give one of us a new motivation or a new character or something exciting?
Okay, so script 1,
Yep.
the motivation is that you are lost and you have this map of these instructions and you are just trying to find where you need to be and you can't figure it out. And this is what
Okay,
the map's
yes.
saying right now.
Yes,
You're very flustered.
Right.
And which one of
which
us
one
would
of
you
us?
like
Oh, I
to do it?
Mark.
Thought I got away with it for a moment. Boom. Okay. Okay.
It's a good one, though, this. It's really nice. It works well with this one.
Yeah. Okay. This is God's Providence house. Just off Holyrood Street. It's a curious name. Came about following the arrival of the Black Plague on the Isle of Wight in 1582. It's the only building in which no one fell ill or died. Locals believed the inhabitants had been spared due to God's providence. It burnt down. Rebuilt following a fire in 1699. It's whispered to be one of the most spiritually active buildings in town. Okay, staff have reported hearing footsteps above. No one's there. One former tenant claimed to see a woman in grey sitting in the corner of a locked room. They say she's knitting.
Gosh. I loved the fact that you were really looking at the map. What did you think, Holly?
It went so many places, didn't it?
I know.
Maybe a few too many places.
You were a lot calmer than I thought you'd be, but you were, seriously absorbing this information because you needed to find where you were going. But then you got distracted. Well, first of all, you were like, spiritual active buildings, what a load of tosh, like muttering under your breath, which I loved.
Uh-oh.
And then it drew you in. You were like, no, what?
Yes.
So you completely forgot where you needed to be.
You were backing away. by the
Yes.
end. Oh, God. I'm
I
not
think
going
also
anywhere
in my mind, I could see the woman sitting in the corner knitting.
Oh,
She rocking in
never
a
good.
chair and glaring at you.
Yeah. Ooh. So, Sam, do you want to pick one for Holly?
Oh,
I do. Holly, I'd like you to do script 2.
okay.
You're a lollipop lady. And you're really lovely, the lollipop lady everyone loves, and you're helping the children across the road and their mummies and daddies one morning on the way to school.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Oh, you wish to know where the most huge and fearsome dragon in all the land resides? Oh, that's the most fascinating question, mortal. Oh, hang on a minute. Off we go. Okay, the huge and fearsome dragon you speak of resides in the Cathedral of Diamonds. And now, my faithful gods, throw him in the well of death. Good, it's done. Right, hang on. Okay, and now I will continue to sit and to wait in the hope that the day will come when somebody will actually ask me a question I know the answer to. What do you mean we all pray for that day, my lady? Oh, half the people who come here ask me about dragons. What's so great about fucking dragons? I mean, I don't have a clue about dragons. Never even seen one. Have you?
Very definitely an aside to the parent at the end there.
Yes.
I could really see the waiting, the crossing, the stopping.
For
It's
sure.
like,
For
absolutely.
sure. Yeah, across that zebra crossing. In fact, I could even see the houses either side and the school in the distance. Loved it. Loved it. And you were so jolly. You started off, oh, you wish to know.
You could really tell that she was the crossing lady loved by all of the parents as well. Yeah, very much so.
And she just dropped the cheeky F-bomb.
Yes, right.
But I think you did. I think you said it as an aside to one of the parents so that the kid wouldn't hear.
Yes, this is
That's
true.
what I thought anyway.
Unless the reason they love her is because she keeps dropping the F-bomb. That would be We love that lady.
No, it was an aside for sure.
Right, Sam, I've got one for you.
Yes.
Then I'm also going to go with script 2 because I think
Okey-dokey.
it might give you more fun.
Yes.
I would like you to be a fly. Like a fly that flies in the window.
Yes.
Zipping from one side of the room to the other, not able to get out because there are pesky windows in the way. So you keep bashing into the window
Okay.
and then flying over the other side of the room and not being able to get out there, not being able to get out there.
Okay. All right then. Okay. And I probably would be frustrated if I was a fly, wouldn't I? Yeah. You wish to know where the most huge and fearsome dragon in all the land resides? It's the most fascinating question, Mortal. The huge and fearsome dragon resides in the Cathedral of Diamonds, and now my faithful gods throw out into the wall of death. Good. It is done. And now I will continue to sit and to wait in the hope that one day will come when someone will ask me a question I absolutely know the answer to. What you mean we all pray for that day, my lady? Half the people who come here ask me about dragons. What's so great about fucking dragons? I mean, I don't have a clue about dragons, never even seen one. Hey, have you?
Oh, the fly got out the window in the end. I thought some of that crashing into the window was beautiful.
That was
Actually,
fab.
difficult because I wanted a buzz and I chose the wrong voice, but hey, you know.
Oh, I don't know. I thought it came across quite well. It was really obvious within that first sentence
okay.
that
So
you
clear.
that you'd buzzed enough. Yeah, it was clear.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you know when you said the day will come when somebody will ask me a question I actually know the answer to, you went sad, and I hadn't thought about that.
I was sad.
Yeah.
I was sad. I'd bumped my last bump. But I wish I'd done something like, you know, I don't have a clue about dragons.
Yeah.
I wish I'd done that.
Okay.
I've done it now.
Fair. You've done it now. Exactly.
Done it
right,
now.
Exactly. Well, if you want to play along in the privacy of your own booth as one of those characters or one you want to pick yourself, as we've said before, we've put the scripts in the show notes so you can have a try yourself.
Yes. Holly, I want to know what your next steps are in voiceover, because you've had a lot of experience in audio drama.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a plan of action to do different stuff, or what's your next step, really?
So my next steps are to try and get a voiceover agent. Would be wonderful to get some more roles and some more auditions. I've been very lucky that I've known people, been recommended to people for the work that I've done, but it's actually really, really hard to get, even find out about auditions if you don't have an agent, I think. So I think I would definitely do a lot more support there. So to do that, I need to put a proper voice reel together, and that takes a lot of time and effort and care. It's something I've been working on for months and months, but I'm quite time poor at the moment. I'm a mother to a 3-year-old, and I'm working.
Yeah, that takes a lot of time, doesn't it? Yeah, I can imagine. Wow.
Juggling a lot of things. So this is an absolute passion for me, and I absolutely love it, and I want to do more. But I've just got to take it in my own time, at my own pace, set myself the mini goals, take it one step at a time.
I mean, that sounds incredibly sensible, because what you're not sort of saying, I want to do everything and I want it tomorrow. Sure. That those are really good, achievable goals for you, basically, is getting that fabulous show reel together and then getting an agent and then seeing what the next steps after that might be. But because so many people have like 25 things on their next step list.
I've still got that anyway.
Impossible,
I do animation and gaming, and I want to narrate children's stories. And, but I think got to take it one step at a time.
Yeah.
There'll be other actors, Holly, who want to become voice actors. Any pointers that you could give to them, perhaps?
Good question. So if you don't already have the recording equipment, get yourself a decent mic and an interface and start practicing. Get some scripts that you've done. If you're already an actor, you've done scripts on, you'll have tons of scripts from plays you've been in or TV shows, and start to just think about how you deliver them when you take away the body and the facial expressions. Everything, the intention and the motivation, and everything has to come across in your voice. So the nuance of the visual performance has to go, so you've got to find it in your voice. So have fun playing with that and practicing with that.
That's really interesting. You take away the nuance of the body, but you add the nuance of the voice. Yeah.
And also, it's fascinating, because you do a lot of stage work, Holly, and that is actually quite far in many ways from voiceover acting, because it's a lot broader in some ways, and sometimes they need a broad voiceover acting as well. So it's not altogether that there's a huge difference, but yeah.
I actually did something the other day, which was a live performance, basically an audio drama script in a studio stage that I'm usually used to performing in plays.
Wow. Yeah.
So that was a challenge for me to kind of not move around as much as, I would normally, and to get my head around that the audience can see me, they're looking at me, but I still am delivering it into a mic, and it's been written as it is an audio piece.
Holly, thank you so much for joining us on the podcast. It's been fascinating and really lovely to have you along. I hope you've enjoyed it.
Oh, I have. Thank you so much for asking me. I was so surprised when you asked me. I was like, oh, this is so lovely that you are giving a relative newbie a chance to join in the fun. You've had so many voiceover icons on here.
Well, we do like to span the whole spectrum, to be fair.
And I do truly believe we learn something from everybody, and that's the beauty of it, because if you're people that are coming quite new to it, there's a lot of fresh ideas and a fresh perspective on stuff, and I just think it's I don't think we can get enough of it, to be perfectly honest.
Absolutely. Well, a reminder that all of Holly's details can be found in the show notes.
Yes, as can the scripts, and these are fabulous little scripts, these ones.
Aren't they?
The scripts for practice.
Well, that's it for this week. Thanks again to Holly Gillanders. We'll be back next week with more scripts and another voiceover guest, when we'll be asking, and this is where we do it all together, Holly. We'll be asking, because you're like,
how do you say that?
How do you say that?